Jon Gruden was screwed. Anywhere you slice it and you dice it, when you look at the situation and this whole story, he was screwed. That email, okay, which ruined his career. Nobody's going to hire Jon Gruden again. Nobody. Nobody in the right mind would hire Jon Gruden with all those racist remarks. And it wasn't just him. There was a lot of other people on that email that said some racist, derogatory things about certain players, but nobody even knows about who was on that email. There was 50 other people, GMs, players, or ex-coaches, everything that were on those emails, but nobody was thrown under the bus but Jon Gruden. And that has a lot to do with Roger Goodell and Dan Snyder, because they're trying to protect their own product and their own faces. And then again, I'm not going to sit here and say that Jon Gruden was right for what he said. Jon Gruden is a racist, but half the league is racist. You're going to tell me Bill Belichick hasn't said any racist things in the past? Come on, guys. Bill Parcells, for all the craziness that he's done on the sidelines, do you not believe that Bill Parcells said something racist sometime in his career? Of course he did. Now, obviously, Bill Parcells is how old? He's 80 years old. And Bill Parcells' career is done. He's out of the limelight. He's moving on for the final parts of his career, which is hanging out with his grandchildren, his wife, his girlfriend, or whoever he's hanging out with. Nobody cares about Bill Parcells anymore. Nobody. But right now, Jon Gruden was the talk of the league over the last 3 or 4 years because of those racist remarks. And we all know what happened in the NBA with those owners. We all know what happened. The players and the players union ran out those two owners. Those are the facts. Phoenix has a new owner because of that. The LA Clippers have a new owner because of that. The players are running the league as well as the NFL. Now, obviously, Roger Goodell is trying to protect the owners. He's trying to bring in more money and the opportunity to bring in an 18th game. By the way, if the players are making more money, they're going to be happy with, even though they say it puts them in more harm's way when it comes to the head injuries, the knee injuries, the Achilles injuries, the foot injuries, the toe injuries, every injury. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for Jon Gruden. But what I'm going to say is he got screwed. He's getting screwed. Now, they're going to arbitrate this. He's going to make some money. I don't know how much. He'll probably get as much as what probably the Raiders were going to pay him because he signed a $100 million contract. Yeah. He'll probably get something around that money when they negotiate a deal. But it's not about money. Jon Gruden interviewed for a coaching job in college this offseason. He didn't get it. You wonder why he didn't get it. How many quarterback, camps that he's had over the years? How many times has he worked with the Mannings and the Manning family at their camp, which he's not invited to go to moving forward? Why is that? Because of the NFL, because of Dan Snyder, because of this email that just absolutely snuck by everybody else and his name just popped out of nowhere. It is a joke. It's unfair. This is a guy that's won a Super Bowl. This is a guy that's been a successful coach in the NFL. This is a guy that's been a successful analyst in the NFL with ESPN and all the things that he's done. Chucky, as we called him, personality-wise, spiritually, just everything about him sold me as a head coach, sold me as an analyst. I didn't care who was on ESPN except him. I just wanted to hear what Jon Gruden had to say.
Gruden's grinders.
That's all I cared about. I didn't give a crap what anybody thought on that broadcast. Honestly. What do they call him? Booger?
Oh, God.
I mean, come on. That's the perfect name for him. Booger.
With his stupid,
I'd sneeze better than what he is announced as an analyst.
Or him riding that vehicle or whatever it was on the sideline was ridiculous.
I mean, it's garbage. And I'm not taking shots at anybody or any TV organization or what they're trying to sell as an analyst, on their broadcast. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just speaking the truth here. Jon Gruden got screwed. Roger Goodell, who doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want to speak about this story. Why not? Yeah. Because he knows he had everything to do with it. You're going to tell me Roger Goodell hasn't been racist in his career? Come on, man. That guy's as big a redneck as anybody we've seen. I mean, seriously, He goes up there. He looked like he was on drugs at the NFL draft.